The People's Republic of China is entering a new phase in the 2020s, one characterized by decelerating economic growth, greater bureaucratic centralization, and increasing state-led mechanisms of social control that can affect citizen participation. Using a series of bespoke social surveys, Professor Hazmath looks at how policymakers and everyday citizens have adapted their behavior to this new reality. First, he asked, why do local officials experiment with policy even when not directed to do so by the state? This is a notable puzzle given increasing central-level directives that demand compliance. His research suggests that policymakers continue to experiment due to ineffective institutional incentives, the influence of their peer groups, and variations in individual personalities. Further, he suggests that a climate of increasing top-down bureaucratic control has led to policy innovations being trapped at the local level. In the long run, if this continues, it will reduce the state's adaptable governance. Second, he examined the expectation of Chinese citizens regarding the role of the state in the economy. He found that economic growth alone is not sufficient to maintain the state's legitimacy. Chinese citizens do not have fixed ideological preferences for state intervention. And state ownership and regulation is seen in a positive light, but there is a surprising degree of dissatisfaction about how the state performs some of these roles. This is particularly the case amongst the urban young, raising questions of how the state's legitimation strategies will fare under conditions of intergenerational value changes. Third, he explored the question of what does it mean to be a good Chinese citizen in the 2020s. Over the last few years, citizen-led volunteerism and philanthropy is on the rise in the PRC. While traditionally this has been channeled exclusively through the state, citizens are mobilizing differently, without prompts from the state, by volunteering their time and raising funds to solve social problems. The key question is, will this form of citizen-led civic participation prosper with the introduction of new state-led mechanisms of social control, such as the social credit system? See Professor Hazmath's research to learn more.